All right, it's 4:30. Let's see how long it takes me to do this retwist. I'm not doing the curlers anymore, or maybe I'll see how I feel at the end of the retwist. I just might. Hello, hello. I am doing my retwist. I'm trying to see how fast I can get it done. I started at 4:30, so it's only been a minute. It's only been a minute, but I think I can get this done in 20 minutes. And I'm just talking retwist alone. I think I could do it in 20 minutes. So far it's been 2 minutes and I'm moving. And I know that if I can get through this live without having to scroll in the comments, I'll definitely make time. I'll make it in 20 minutes. Let's see if I could set a new record for myself. Well, it wouldn't be a new record. I have done a 20-minute retwist before, but it's been a really long time. It was when my locks were a lot shorter, so it was easier to maneuver. But I think I could get it done in 20. And I just washed my hair, so my hair is freshly towel dried. Whew, my main obstacle is gonna be my arms burning. It's already starting to burn because I did just wash my hair. My hair is freshly towel dried. And I did my routine. I did my rosewater leave-in. And I did my horsetail leaf growth oil on my scalp and strands for strengthening. My hair is color treated, so I always make sure to use that on my scalp and the ends, and the length and the ends, to help keep strength in my locks. And I did use some of the emu oil growth drops on my hairline to keep that nice and strong, since sometimes I'm bad and I don't use a scarf to sleep. And sometimes I wake up and I realize I slid off my satin pillow. So gotta reinforce those edges. Gotta support the edges. So how's everyone doing? How long does it take everyone to do their own maintenance? I am moving though. And since I do my own maintenance so regularly, my parts are pretty sharp. So I don't need to worry about my parting. I can just go ahead and grab my lock, just feel the parts a little bit, and go ahead and do my retwist. You may have noticed that I'm not parting my hair. I'm just grabbing my locks. My locks are pretty well parted. Everyone join in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you have locks, how long have you been locks? And thanks for tapping the screen. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Yeah, I know it is Saturday afternoon. Definitely share the live to anyone who you think may find some value. Me talking about retwist and lock maintenance. It's only been 5 minutes and I'm already really zooming. Wow. I'm actually impressed, but my arm's burning, yes. My arm is burning. This arm right here is burning already. But we're not stopping. I want to hurry up and get it done while it's still damp. But if it dries up a little bit, no sweat. I do have my rosewater moisturizer leave-in right here. I do expect it to get kind of dry by the time I get to the front. So I'm going to go ahead back in with the leave-in when I need to. And that leave-in is available on my TikTok shop, along with the other products I mentioned that I'm using. Hey everyone, thank you for joining. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. Tap the screen. Hi Simone. Hi Z Simone. How are you? Thanks for joining on this cold Saturday. Well, at least it's cold here. North the freeform dress says used to be your mod on YouTube. Remember you used to say you would not let your hair get that long. Yes. What was your name on YouTube? Like, what's your name on your YouTube? And if you were my mod, then you probably still are my mod. You probably still are one of my mods. I don't go live on YouTube very much often, but I do sometimes still. Yes, but I didn't mean this long. I meant like I'm not going to let it get long to where I'm sitting on it again. I've been there, done that. Thank you, Pinky. That's so sweet. But yes, I've been there, done that. My locks were down into my thigh length, maybe like 3-4 inches past my butt. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. It was a pain in the neck. It was a pain in the neck. Minnie says, I've been locked for 11 years, starting to break off at the ends. Do you ever trim them? That's a solution. But if you don't want to have to trim them, I do recommend that you use strengthening products on your ends. I find that a lot of times we do have, it's getting a little dry up here. A lot of times we do neglect our ends in our moisture routine. So I do recommend that you use a water-based moisturizer. Of course, I recommend the rosewater moisturizer on our shop. And then this is really the key. A strengthening oil to distribute those nutrients into your ends to help them stay strong. You know, of course, you don't got to use mine, but I do highly recommend it. I do highly recommend it, and so do my customers. It's new to TikTok shop, so definitely support the shop. But if you want to see the reviews, they are on the official shop, since it is new to TikTok. And if I missed your comment, please leave it again. But I can't scroll. I can't scroll to see your old comments because my hands are greasy. Well, not greasy, they're oily. Oh, Minnie says, but follow you, says YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm still on YouTube. I don't post the long videos as much on YouTube because people don't want to watch the long hair videos. So I just post the shorts, you know, just like the same reels or TikTok videos that I put on the other platforms. I'll just post a short. Once in a while, I'll do a longer video or go live on there. But yeah, the lock scene or the natural hair scene in general, really. Hair content, period. I don't even think it's a natural hair thing. I think hair content, people aren't really trying to watch the long form videos anymore. I don't know if it's just our attention span. We just want the quick videos. But for the people who want to learn for real, I do still recommend looking at the long videos. Oh, North says, no, I'm not a mod anymore. Don't remember what my name used to be. Your hair's still beautiful. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Dad. Thank you so much. Yes, attention span. Yeah, probably that. Probably that, but I'll just have to adjust. And that's why I'm here on TikTok. Adjusting. But YouTube still has my heart. Okay, I'm a YouTuber. Um, you look great. I remember watching your videos on YouTube. Thank you so much, Dr. Latoya. Thank you so much. I'm still a YouTuber. Still a YouTuber. My scalp gets sore, possibly dry. I'm starting a regimen now, rose water and. So is your hair? Your scalp sore from your hairstyling, or maybe from scratching? Teak. Teak. I retwist my hair once or twice a month. Do you still sell head wraps? Yes, they are. They'll be restocked later this month on my official site, but I may bring them onto TikTok Shop, depending. We'll see. Minnie says rarely style. I slack on oiling though. Well, do you moisturize with a water-based product? Because remember, oiling isn't moisture. Oiling is great for sealing in moisture. Oil is great for the nutrients, for your hair and scalp. But as long as, if you're at least moisturizing using some sort of water-based product, then, so you haven't been doing anything at all. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what you gotta do. North says using that fake oil could make the scalp worse. Yeah, using fake products in general, like you guys remember that whole, I don't want to say scandal, but controversy with that one particular product brand where they're saying like it's making their hair fall out. I'm concerned that a lot of them are using the fake stuff from the beauty supply store. Because very often when a product will get popular, they'll make fake products, and when I say they, I mean basically like Chinese vendors. They'll make fake versions of the product and sell them to beauty supply stores, and now we're using the fake stuff, and it has the not so good stuff in it. I've had my locks, young OG. I've had my locks for 15 and 3/4. Not quite 3/4, almost 3/4. But it'll be 16 years this year. And I think it was in 2022 when I cut a foot off. But when I cut a foot off, it was still long. It got to my waist at that point. This arm right here. I hear that, Minnie. You got this. Yeah, I cut a foot off. Do you guys remember my locks were down to my thighs? Well, maybe you don't. I don't know how long you guys all have been following me or seeing my content. But my locks were down maybe like 3 to 4 inches past my butt. And then I cut them to my waist. And I'm a tall girl. Okay. Yeah, your waist tailbone right now. I'm at my top of my butt. Like I'm past the tailbone now. I'm at the top of the cheeks. I go like that. I'm at this part of the butt right here. I need to help my dreads keep growing out of my dreads. You may need to retwist them more often. You may need to retwist a little more often. I missed your name though, sorry. But if you don't want to retwist more often, what you can do is crochet your strands into your locks. So those strands that tend to grow away, as you say, I would probably crochet those strands into it. If if it's a problem for you, because a lot of people don't mind. My mom has that issue, especially around the nape of her neck. She has a whole lot of hairs that just grow away. She gave me fine hair texture, so awesome. That's awesome for us. I'm sarcasm, but I'm very grateful to have hair, so let me not. But yes, that is one thing that we do deal with often with having finer hair strands. Oh my gosh, I forgot to refill my water. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes since I've been doing my retwist, and I'm almost halfway through. Okay, so I thought I was going to be done in 30 minutes. It's not looking like 30 minutes. I'm not on track for 30 minutes right now. Yeah, I feel like I got a dread cut mindware to my ankles. Woo! They sit at my bottom now. I know that's a nice relief. I retwist once or twice a month. Okay, I'm going towards the front when I should really keep going with the back. All right. And if I miss your comment, please just comment it again, because I'm not trying to scroll the screen. My fingers are oily. Oh, it's getting a little dry back here, so I'm going to mix it with my Rosewater moisturizer leave-in conditioning spray that's available here in TikTok shop. Is linked here, and it's also on my page on my showcase. And that's what I use as my leave-in. My hair was washed just now. I washed it. Oh shucks, let me do it like this. I just washed it and towel dried it. Okay, much better. Okay, I've been following you on my 13-year journey. Nice, really? 13 years? Dope, because I'm almost 16 years. So you were following me since pretty close to the beginning. Congratulations on 13 years. How long has everybody had their locks? Leave me a comment now. Let me know. And tap the screen. Happy Saturday, everybody. 10 years. Latoya's had hers for 10 years. Nice. 3 years. 3 months so far. Sweet. Thank you. It's truly been a pleasure. Oh, love that. Happy New Year to you too, Dimples. 6 years, 2 years, 7 years. Nice. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever. I missed you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll be on TikTok more often now. I know a lot of you guys deserted YouTube, so I gotta go where the people at. But I'm still on YouTube. Don't get twisted. 8 years. Okay, all right. Actually, nice little variety. A couple of y'all are newbies, but most of y'all, I would say, have mature locks. 12 years, chopped them off. Now a year later, I'm ready to lock back up. Okay. You got your appointment set up for the installation? Or are you doing it yourself? Ooh, I just had to separate. My roots there was starting to like get married to a neighboring lock. 23 years. Nice, North. Definitely myself. Okay, sweet. Nice. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. If I ever were to start over, I would do them myself. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. I do like to do my own maintenance, but I think I would want to make sure that my parts are, perfect. So I don't know if I would do the parts myself. But since I started my locks almost 16 years ago, the person who started my locks, I had every intention on going to her for my maintenance. But when she told me how much it was for that first retwist, I was like, oh no, I gotta learn this. I gotta figure this out myself. I can't. I just really couldn't. I literally couldn't. I was in college and I just did not have it. I did not have it. I was 19. I didn't have it. And the number she told me, I don't even want to tell you the number because I'm embarrassed. But the number she told me is nothing like the numbers that they telling you now. Listen, because people right now would be like, they would run at the price she told me before. They would be like, say less. I'm in there. 300 for a retwist? I've never seen that price. Golly, 300. I'm not telling you, Gabby. I'm embarrassed because I ain't have that. I was a college student, and I think I only had a summer job, and I had to pay for my books and stuff. Latoya, 90 plus. I mean, I'm in New York. The lowest I see from stylists, mind you, I don't get my hair retwisted from locticians and stuff, but I do no locticians, and I know they charge like for like 150. 150. It's came back to Keisha. We're all friends here. Tell us. I'll tell you, maybe if you guys still care, I'll tell you guys when I finish my retwist, because I don't know, I gotta work up the nerve. Ooh. Wait, where's my lock? Okay. Some of those are the no wash, just retwists. I'm sorry. I am not going to a loctician for a retwist and you're not washing my hair. I'm not. No. That's offensive. That's offensive. No shade to you if any of y'all provide that service. If y'all are locticians in here and y'all provide that service. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do trim my own locks, Shella. A style included 130 or more. Oh, wow. I think I've seen that. I know somebody who charges like 125, but they really ought to charge more for who they are and their veteran status. Like just how long they've been in the game and all of that. Their resume is off the walls. But yeah. My God, you are like 97 fine. Oh, thank you, Astrid. Gabby says, I know that's right. You gotta wash my hair first. Yeah, wash my hair. And like, why do you even trust me to wash my own hair? You gotta put your hands in my hair and style my hair, and it could be dirty, or like it could be not washed up to par. Like, no. Wash my hair. If you're gonna be twisting and styling my hair, wash it. Like, what? Shakira, right now I am using just oil, but I do prefer to use gel, but I ran out of my gel. Right now I'm just using my horsetail oil, which is a strengthening and growth oil. It's available on my TikTok shop. It's infused with horsetail herbs, the like organic herbs. I actually hand infuse them myself. Not on the stove. It takes 2 weeks or so to get them infused to the potency that I like it. I use that on my hair and my scalp, especially on my ends, because the ends, it needs the most TLC. The ends is old, plus my hair is color treated, so this is a strengthening product, so it helps to keep my ends strong, right? So yeah, I think I keep my gel jar around for like motivation, because I do want to restock it, but it's out of stock, and this is my gel, and it'll be back. Everybody loves this gel. It'll be back. And yeah, my TikTok shop is new though, as far as the products. I was just only selling the head wraps on here, but now I'm selling the products. Because before I was only selling the products once a month. I mean, I was only shipping once a month for the products, but with TikTok shop you have to ship them out pretty much immediately. So I had to change that policy. Shakira says, thank you. I've been locked 3 years and starting to see lint despite wrapping my hair every day. I'm so sorry to hear that. You want to consider the environments you're in and the clothes you're wearing. But oftentimes, our different hair textures will attract lint. Like some of us more than others. It just attracts it. Hi, Keisha. Keisha Peoples, thanks for joining. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Please leave it again, because I'm not scrolling. My fingers are oily. Okay. Bex? I don't know, sorry. Says, how long do you wait between retwists? I retwist my hair once or twice a month. For the first 8 years, it was clockwork every 2 weeks. But now, well, not just now, because 8 years was still a long time ago, but for the first 8 years, it was every 2 weeks, like clockwork. I still wash my hair every 2 weeks like clockwork, but now I do it as I feel, and I usually won't go beyond a month. Especially with my hair texture. My hair texture thrives more on, or it thrives more with more frequent retwists, but no more frequent than that. Once or twice a month. For a lot of people, that might be too much for your hair type, and that's fine. Just listen to what your hair needs. If you have coarse hair, as in like coarse strands, thicker strands, then you may benefit from less frequent retwists. But if you have finer hair strands like me, you might benefit from more frequent retwists. And that's a subject I like to talk about a lot, because I feel like people don't talk about that enough. People just love to say, "Oh, you should retwist your hair just a couple times a year. Let your roots get thicker." But if I did that, my roots would literally thin out. Shakira says, you mentioned color treating your hair, thinking that might help with the lint I can't grab with tweezers. Yeah, that's true. Shakira, that's definitely true. I color my hair black once a year. Now, I played around with a whole lot of colors. I did, for like a good solid 8 years, I was red. Maybe longer than that. I had red hair, different shades of red, and all that. And I never found that I had a lint issue. And I think a lot of that is because I am constantly coloring my hair. Keisha says, what helps with itchy scalp and help with dry scalp? Well, you really want to find the cause of it if you don't know it. Oftentimes, the cause is you're not clarifying. So you want to make sure you're shampooing your hair and scalp on a regular basis, and not just putting product on your hair and scalp without clarifying. So there's that. Also, you want to make sure that you are moisturizing internally by drinking water, and you want to make sure that you are moisturizing externally from that water, from a water-based product like the rose water moisturizer that we have. But people don't consider how important shampooing your hair is, because shampooing is moisturizing your hair. When you're washing your hair, you are moisturizing your hair. Think about it. Where does moisture for our hair come from? Water. What are you doing when you're washing your hair? Water. Right? So that's a really easy way to moisturize your hair more often. Shampoo it. Wash it. You know? Do you detox, and how often should we? At this point, I think I probably do it once a year, but I feel like I skipped out last year. So I probably should do one. I don't remember doing it last year, so I think I should probably do one soon. But like once a year is cool for me. I'm somebody who washes my hair twice a month. Like I clarify my hair twice a month pretty much. So like I don't really deal with buildup. But if there's somebody out there who doesn't wash their hair as often as they probably should, and you're using products and stuff, then you might want to detox a little more often than that. Maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, because you're not clarifying it on a regular. If you're just putting product on your hair, just letting it build up, you're going to end up getting product buildup. Girl, I know it takes you a long time to dry your locks. Absolutely. I don't even think about it. It's just regular. It's just part of the game. Allie J, is that my girl? Hey girl. What do you use to detox your hair? So it depends on if I am trying to go the natural route or if I'm trying to go the not natural route, right? So the natural route, I keep it simple. I just use water and apple cider vinegar. That's it. Mostly water, maybe like a cup of apple cider vinegar and hot water. Soak my hair in that. Boom. Maybe do a couple rounds of that. Boom. Now shampoo as usual. Boom. But now that way works. I don't like to put the baking soda, the baking powder, all of that. I don't want to mess with my hair's pH and all of that. It's weird. I like to see when the ladies do it. It looks like a little spot treatment. It's cool and all that, but you're not really doing nothing. You don't need all of that. All those ingredients. You don't need all those ingredients. But so the not so natural way that I do it is Dawn. So just like how I'll have the tub of the hot water, I'll put a couple squeezes of Dawn and do the same thing. Do a couple rounds of that. Okay, but that's not something that I recommend to do a lot, obviously. I'm a natural girly, like as in I like natural ingredients, but Dawn, I have seen Dawn being very effective for people who have really, really bad buildup. So I'm not going to just tell you the natural way to do it just because I'm a natural purist or I'm a natural Nazi. I'm not going to do that. I will tell you what's going to really work, and that's Dawn. If you have really bad buildup. Dawn or like palm olive or whatever dish soap you guys have handy. Like you don't have to buy Dawn in particular. That Dawn is this brand. Yeah, you use it, Paris? How often you use it? I want to make sure I didn't miss any. So it's been 30 minutes at this point. I'm a little disappointed that I'm not done yet. I thought I was going to knock it out at 30 minutes. But I realized, whenever I'm live, I can't ever get to 30 minutes because, like, I'm talking to you guys. I get distracted. I stop. Miss Doll says, locked 14 years. Butt length. Now my edges are gone. How do I get them back? I recommend the Emo Oil Growth Drops for edges, for hairline in particular. Well, it's really for problem areas, but for a lot of people, the hairline is the problem area. I do recommend that. It's on my TikTok shop. It's also on my official shop. So it's new to my TikTok shop, so there's no reviews on there yet. But if you care to see a lot of reviews, that's on the official. Do you twist when your hair is completely dry or damp at the roots? Shakira, I retwist when they're damp. I washed my hair like 30 minutes ago. It was towel drying. I'm sorry, I feel stupid talking to you guys looking like this. I was just towel drying my hair for maybe 20 minutes. And yeah, my hair is still damp, but it does kind of like get dry throughout the process of the retwist. So I just go back in with my leave-in conditioner to keep it damp as I go. I like to do damp retwists. I know a lot of people don't. From what I've been seeing online lately, I've been seeing a lot of people doing like drying their hair completely before they do their twist and style. I'm like, to each their own, I guess. Oh, and Allison, by the way, just know your hair is colored, like colored, like you have reds in your hair. So do keep in mind that when you do detoxes, you are probably going to lose your color. So, or not lose your color, but I mean, it's going to lose the vibrancy. Some of the color is probably going to come out. So just know that, like when you are doing detoxes, if you do have like fun colored locks, they will likely fade. I'm a damp retwist girly too. Yeah, for sure damp. Anybody have questions? And if I missed your question, please leave a comment again, because I just can't swipe on the screen. Like I've been trying to do that. Like yesterday when I was on here, I was swiping the screen while I was doing a pre-poo treatment. I'm like, okay, my fingers are oily. My fingers are oily. It's kind of hard for me to do this. I don't know if you guys can see the products that are tagged on the live, but if not, they're in my showcase. But the main product I'm using is the horsetail leaf growth oil, which I infuse myself with horsetail herbs. And I also used the emu oils on my hairline, but this is mostly horsetail on the scalp, the length of the hair and the ends. Now it's a strengthening oil, so I never skip it on the ends. Most of us experience breakage and dryness on our ends because our ends are old. It's old hair, so it's a lot more fragile. So you want to make sure that you are focusing on your ends, giving TLC to your ends, and giving it the nourishment that it needs. Ali J says, would you recommend a detox then color 2 weeks later? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, do it before your next color. Yeah. I've done that with the apple cider vinegar several times. Like back when I was doing reds, that was my thing. Like I would do it and then maybe a week or two later I would do a new shade of red or something. Shakir says just grab the bundle, trying to get half of the half of that length in 2026. Wait, how long did you say your hair is now? And thanks for shopping. Thank you for shopping. How long is your hair now? Because half of this length is still really long. Just saying. Half of this length is still really long. Where am I? Okay, wait. Let me get the done hair out the way. So I've been on here. I started my locks. I started my retwist at 4:30. So it's been 36 minutes. And I have this many minutes left. Just at the bottom of my bra strap down my back. Oh, okay. Your locks are pretty long. Yeah. Yeah, you got this, girl. You got this. Christina says, can you say again, how do you do your detox, please? Okay, so it's two different types of detox, as I mentioned, the natural and then the not so natural. So the natural way is with a basin, a tub of water, not like a tub like your bathtub, that's too much, but like if you have a bucket basin kind of situation to soak your hair in, put hot water in there, as hot as you can stand it, but it needs to be very hot, but your fingers need to be able to get in there, right? So I would add like a cup of apple cider vinegar in that, and you want to like massage your locks in that and let it soak and all that. So you see why it can't be too hot, because you can't put your hands in it if it's too hot, right? So I would do like 2 rounds of that and then shampoo and all that. That's the natural way. I don't like to put all the other ingredients in it, unnecessary. Now, I feel like I have like a strand of hair on my lip and it's bothering me. The not so natural way, in my opinion, is more effective, but it's up to you if you're a natural purist or not. But the same situation, but instead of apple cider vinegar, use Dawn, and you don't need to use a cup of Dawn, but like a few squirts will do it. But yeah, that's it. And if I missed your comment, my apologies. Please leave it again if you wanted a question answered or something. Okay, I think. Yeah, this is it. Let me pull this all out the way. Okay. You're welcome, Christina. Okay. Anybody have any more questions? Or anything you guys want to talk about? Because I'm almost done here, but I want to stay on till 5:30. But I feel I'll be done with my hair long before then. Oh, and it's getting a little dry again up here. Let me... Ooh, okay. Shakir says, I know you've been asked already, but how long have you been locked? It's okay. I've been locked for 15 years officially, but it'll be 16 years in May. How do you deal with weak spots, especially on the ends? Trim. I trim them. In the past, I would put the knots on there. I even tried thread. All that, those are like temporary solutions, but it feels a lot better, like physically as well as energetically, to just trim it. You know, why do you don't really want to hold on to hair that you know is inevitably gonna break off. Like if there's holes in it, like if it's that damaged, is like, let it go. And your locks are long, Allison. You can let go of a couple inches. It's okay. And yeah, I can't front. I didn't get to that mindset until my locks got a little long. So if your locks are short and you're dealing with like little thinness and stuff, and I understand you want to hold on to it. I was there. I was you. I was definitely trying to hold on to my ends when they were, when my locks were a little shorter and maybe I had a little color damage. But now, please, scissor me down. Pause. Pause. I meant I'm gonna grab that scissors and I'm gonna trim it. Takara says, oh my God, my fave, love you, my lock, soul sister. You're welcome. Wait, why did I say you're welcome? Sorry, I'm just thinking about the crazy thing I just said. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you. Wow, that was so cringe. Man, I don't want to touch the screen. Just ordered the emu oil. How often do I apply to the edges? Thank you for your support. I would say 2 to 3 times a week. Christina says, is your product available in France? No, but I do ship to France. But not through TikTok Shop. You're not supposed to say certain things on TikTok Live, but I do ship to France. Boy. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate you, sis. Everybody, shout out to my girl Ali in the chat, Ali J. That's my friend IRL. Follow her and check out her locks. Oh, okay, that's already twisted. Thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. I love you more. Oh, did I say it right? I said Takara. Did I say Takara? I hope that's what I said. Is that right? Do people normally say it wrong? How else could you say that? I don't know. I remember watching you in high school. Aw. The comments are going kind of fast. Sorry. But someone said they saw me in high school. I love that. I started my locks in college. I started my channel in college. And like, I would have never thought that like I would still be doing this type of work. You know what I mean? You're not aging at all. I am, I promise. But thank you, Night Skin Brit. Oh, Takara. Now when you spell it like that, I don't know. Takara. It's Takara? Dang. Sorry, and I just butchered it. You said I had it right. I should have just left it alone. I don't even remember how I said it. Sorry about that. Nice Skin Brit. Do you be on YouTube? You look familiar. Well, your icon looks familiar. I don't know. Do you be in my comments? You had right the first time. I'm hollering. Child, I don't even know what I said the first time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just leave it alone. I appreciate you though. Shay says, you're gorgeous. You look like Jill Marie Jones. Thank you so much. You know, nobody told me that today yet. No one's told me that for the day. You're the person who said it for me today. Because ever since I was 10 years old, almost every day, someone tells me I look like Tony. You know you look like Tony Childs. Has anyone ever told you you look like Tony Childs? Yeah. Every day. Every day. Thank you though. Love her. Love her down. Love her down. But boy, it was hard for me to love her back in the day. When I would watch the Girlfriends, I'd be like, Tony, you are the worst. The worst. I could not stand Tony back in the day on that show. I could not. Gorgeous, but awful. I just got like a little flashback to that scene. Remember when Greg when Greg pretended to want her back and get back with her, and then Tony caught him and another woman in her living room, and it was payback? I swear, I was like 10 years old when that episode came out, but ever since that moment, it conditioned me, and I learned never get back with an ex. They are plotting on you. Don't get back with an ex. Okay? Night Skin Brit says, I'm a commenter. I don't post on YouTube though. Okay, I don't know if you had that same icon on YouTube, but I just feel like I've seen that picture before. But yeah. But thanks for joining the TikTok live. Yeah. So listen to your big sis or your auntie or your little cousin. I don't know who I am to you guys. I hope that you all really appreciate the lot content that I give you guys. But also, if you want some life content, don't get back with your ex. Don't do it. Don't do it. You heard it here. Especially if you broke up with them, don't get back with them because they plotting on you. And especially if your life didn't fall apart after y'all broke up, but theirs did, don't get back with them. North says, but Twin deserved it. She cheated on Greg first. Keisha. Oh, I don't disagree at all. She did deserve it, but it's still traumatic. Even though she deserved it, that's still a traumatizing experience that she had to deal with because she was so in love with this man. Even though she cheated on him, but she was so in love with this man, and she let that man convince her that he wanted her back. And she left her guard down for him to come back into her life, and that's what he does. That's traumatic. You walked in on that. That's traumatic. Don't do it. Don't get back with your ex. That's just one example where she deserved it, but very often, like, I can think of real life situations where, like, ooh, girl, you had it right the first time when you left him, but when you took him back, you really ruined your life. But I don't want to go too downhill with the conversation. Shakira says, thank you for asking all these questions and not being annoyed. Thank you thank you for answering all these questions. No, that's literally why I come on here, girl. That's literally why I come on here. Literally. And it comes with the territory. People are going to ask the same questions over and over again. You know, that's all that means is I get different opportunities to perfect my answers. I can come up with better answers. You know? Shay said, how I feel watching Insecure, hated Issa and Lawrence. So I love that show so much. And I always want to, like, rewatch it, but I can't bring myself to rewatch it because that show is so stressful. I mean, I have rewatched it before, but, like, right now, I'm like, I can't rewatch the show right now. The show is hilarious, but it stressed me out. I didn't hate Issa and Lawrence. I had my concerns. But yeah, I think that's actually a situation where it worked out when she took back an ex. But in generally, don't go back with your exes. Please don't do that. In general, just don't do that. They plotting on you. You heard it here first. Shay, you agree? Like, it's a little stressful to rewatch? Yeah. You know, that means certain seasons were more stressful than others. Hated how they did Molly. Who is they? Because I feel like Molly deserved what she got in certain situations, but not always. Not always. A brunch? A brunch. Why do you say a brunch? The writers. Oh, you hate how the writers did Molly, Justice for Molly. Why do you say that? I think I liked her and I liked how the show ended with her and Torian. I liked it. You guys didn't like Torian? I didn't like Torian at first, but you know, the moment he sold me, I was like, oh yes, Torian is it. Remember they had a date and like, they had a date planned and she was supposed to and she was helping her parents with their like will and stuff. So she was really overwhelmed and stressed, and she had to cancel that date last minute, which is very poor etiquette. She canceled that date last minute, but he was very understanding of what she was going through. So he had surprised her and like DoorDashed her some wings and wine. I was like, oh yes, yeah, okay. Yes, thoughtful. We love a thoughtful king. I just feel like she became a bad person. I don't feel like she became a bad person. She did have a bad moment here or there, like that time at the block party. Like that was ridiculous. But I didn't feel like she was ever a bad person. I feel like the fans, the way the show was written as well, and the way the fans watched the show, I feel like everybody coddled Issa. Like Issa was very irresponsible. Issa was very like airheaded. Issa was very passive with her life. Issa was she had a lot of issues. But like I feel like you just people expect your friends to just roll with whatever you got going on, but I don't agree with that. That's not helpful. But Molly did used to, what's the word, enable her. Issa, like whenever Issa didn't have it, Molly got it, which was 90% of the time. Molly was very often like cleaning up after Issa. So I think it's really weird that everybody's like, oh, Molly's such a bad friend. She's had bad moments, yes, but she was not a bad friend to Issa. She held Issa down. Issa was a mess. She really was a mess, but I was really proud of her how she ended up finding her footing with her the career that she made for herself, essentially, which I thought that was really dope. Very Joan and Tony coded. That's another show I just really don't want to revisit as far as like stressful. While Girlfriends is funny, I hate when the main character on the show is like, you just want to tell them stand up. Like Joan was such a good friend, but she was so. I hated how desperate she was, as if she wasn't that girl. Man. But yes, her dynamic with Tony. I from my recollection, I feel like Tony was Tony like a user? No, that was Lynn. But maybe Tony was using her too. I don't really remember. But Tony wasn't the best friend. Tony really wasn't a very good friend. She had her moments. But I don't know, for some reason I don't want to compare Tony and Joan to Issa and Molly, because I kind of feel like Issa and Molly were better friends than Tony and Joan. Tony was a narcissist. Tony was so you guys can understand why it was really stressful for the past 20 years when people would tell me every single day, you know who you remind me of? Tony Childs. You know Jill Marie Jones, you look just like her. Dang near every day since I was 10 years old, people have been telling me that. And I'll always be like, Arr! But thank you, because she is gorgeous, but never thought about it. But Girlfriends was basically Insecure, but for our generation. But I just felt like Girlfriends was a lot more caricature-ish. Should I say that? I don't know. I feel like on Insecure, what's her name? Tiffany Kelly. Kelly's character was a caricature, but everybody else felt like a real person. On Girlfriends, I felt like they all felt like caricatures. Shay said, that's why I said Jill and not Tony. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Most people say Tony, though. I think they just assume I don't know her name. But we've been seeing those credits for 20 years. Like, I did rewatch Girlfriends when it first came on Netflix during the pandemic. Like, when it came on Netflix at that point. So I did rewatch it, most of it, at that time. And Yeah, and I remember the conclusion I came to was that, you know what, Tony's trash, but Joan, the thing is, when people are trash, if you don't let them know they're trash, they're going to keep being trash and they're not going to know that they're being trash. You have to let them know that they're being trash so that they can change. And I feel like Joan waited too late to let Tony know that she's not a good friend. Yeah. Um yeah, it's very made for TV. Absolutely, yeah. Living Single, I love me some Living Single now. Living Single is also very caricature-ish, but I love it. I love that show. All of the cast hilarious, excellent. And I do watch the Reliving Single podcast with Erica Alexander and Kim Coles. Love that show. The reruns are on Pluto TV now. The reruns of what? Of Girlfriends, of Insecure, or of Living Single? Pluto TV. Brittany says, "Hey Keisha, I've been watching you since 2012. You my lock of motivation. I've been locked for 6 years. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I started my locks in 2010. So, but you've been watching me since 12. You know, plus the 6 years. Okay, so maybe you were loose natural and you were thinking about locks. Is that what you mean? And then eventually you started. In that case, that's dope. I'm proud of you. Okay, so Girlfriends is on Pluto TV. Thank you. I had the biggest crush on Overton. You know, watching like the Reliving Single podcast, I'd be like, girl, so Kim Coles, she's always on there defending Sinclair. Like, Sinclair was not dumb. Sinclair was not dumb. Okay. If that makes you feel good. I love you, Kim Coles. I do. But Sinclair and Overton, you know, I would give Overton a little bit more because, like, as the seasons went on, he did seem a lot more wise and insightful. But Sinclair, oh, you've been locked twice. Nice, sweet. Shay says Moesha and sister college years was my favorites. Really, the college episodes? Nah. Whenever there's a show and then they continue the show into college, I usually hate it. I mean, I'll still watch it, but it's like, it's not the same. Like, I liked Moesha in high school. I liked Sister in high school. I mean, it was still decent in college, but it would just get like overly dramatic. And I'm like, this is a comedy. Like, this is a sitcom. Like, what is all of this? Like, why is my little brother getting kidnapped? Like, this is a sitcom. What is that? Like, Sister, I don't remember the like anything too crazy, but I remember like remember when Tia sabotaged her relationship with what's his name, Tyreek, when because she thought that the Brian McKnight character wanted her. Girl, you were a kid to him. Oh man. I mean, yeah. I feel like Sister completely changed. That was a whole new show. Like, it was a completely different TV show when they went to college. But Moesha, I mean, so was Moesha too, because they got rid of Kim. Kim went on to the Parkers. Yeah, that was a wild episode. Like, for some reason, that was like the first episode that came to my mind. Because, like, that episode is so cringe to me. It's so cringe. Like, the scene where... the scene where she gets hypnotized. Where Tia gets hypnotized, remember? And they were like, oh, like, go stand next to the hottest person in the room or whatever. And then she walked towards the teacher. Well, her boyfriend right there, Tia, gets your life. Fresh Prince, you know, Fresh Prince is very rewatchable for me. Every so often they do have a heavy episode, but it's not too much that I can handle it. Like, you know, the heavy episodes, like in the first season, they used to have like a lot of like really heavy lesson episodes, like when they would get like arrested for something, like they were being profiled, or like what's that, another like heavy lesson episode, like some racism related thing, or Um, I have to skip forward a few seasons, maybe but the time when Carlton OD'd on speed. Was it speed? I think it was speed. He OD'd on speed. Or the time when did Carlton get shot or did Will get shot? Somebody had got shot. I think it was Will. It was just this is a sitcom, but it wasn't too often, so I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the wild dramatics on Fresh Prince because it wasn't too often. The hardest was when Will's dad came around. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to say right now, I didn't feel like that was too much dramatic. I just thought that was very real and necessary because yeah, you have the nephew slash cousin living in this family. It should come up at some point. What's really the deal with your dad? We always hear about from the mom and all that. So it was necessary. That was absolutely necessary, and that was a great moment for the show. I hate how heavy the reboot is. I mean, but that's the point though. I really man, Bel-Air just finished. I loved me some Bel-Air. I loved it. I love that show. If y'all haven't checked out Bel-Air on Peacock, I do recommend it. That show was really good. And by the way, I didn't even mention I finished my retwist. My retwist is done. I so I'm gonna get off here in a minute. It's been an hour since I've been on here for an hour. I need to dry my hair. But I do want to say I really love the reboot. I love the spin they took on the show. It's just haven't seen the latest season. Yeah, the latest season is the final season, and I think the last episode came out mid-December, so it's completely done. But I recommend it. Brit is currently doing her retwist. Nice. I think I'm satisfied. My hair is looking good, it's feeling good. If you guys are interested in the products that I use for my maintenance, definitely check out the Nurture with Nature bundle, which is in my showcase. And I don't know if it's linked on the live. I have to figure that out. I think it is. I got to get more TikTok savvy. But yes, check out that bundle. If not, check out the individual products if you guys are more interested in the individual ones. But yes, definitely shop now. Thank you, North. Nice. I love a rope twist. I don't know if I've seen them on micro locks though. I hope that comes out beautiful. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. And I'll probably be back here tomorrow, same time.